Right now, 330,000 traffic lights are deciding when you stop and when you go. Every 90 seconds, one of them changes its timing, and you never notice. You're at a red light. 2 a.m. No cars anywhere. You wait. 47 seconds. The light turns green. You were alone the entire time. You assumed it was stupid. A fixed timer that couldn't see you were the only one there. You were wrong. Here's the invisible system that controls every traffic light in your city. You're driving home. It's midnight. Empty streets. You hit a red light. You stop. You wait. You look around. No one. Not a single car in any direction. The light stays red. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. 40 seconds. Finally green. You drive 2 blocks. Another red light. Same thing. Empty intersection. You wait again. It feels broken. Like the system can't see you. Like it's running on some ancient timer from 1975 that nobody bothered to update. But here's what you didn't see. Under the asphalt, a sensor detected your car 0.3 seconds after you stopped. It measured your weight, your position, your direction. It sent that data to a central system. That system checked 11 other intersections within a half-mile radius. It calculated traffic density, predicted flow, and adjusted timing across all 12 lights simultaneously. In those 47 seconds you waited, the system made 840 calculations. It decided that making you wait would prevent you from hitting red lights at the next 3 intersections. You'd think you just got unlucky. Actually, you just got optimized. This is the invisible algorithm that controls traffic lights, and it's making decisions about you every single time you drive. Before intelligent traffic systems, the problem was chaos. 1950s New York City. For 0.2 million cars. 8,700 traffic lights. Every single one on a fixed timer. 90 seconds green for north-south. 60 seconds green for east-west. Repeat forever. No sensors. No adaptation. No intelligence. Result: 4-hour traffic jams were normal. During rush hour, average speed in Manhattan dropped to 4.7 miles per hour. That's slower than walking. People spent 12 million hours per year sitting in traffic in New York alone. At today's average wage, that's $2.1 billion in lost productivity. Every year, one city, traffic engineers try to fix it manually. They'd stand at intersections with stopwatches, counting cars, timing lights by hand. They'd program new timings based on what they observed. It would work for 2 weeks. Then traffic patterns would shift. Construction would start somewhere. A new office building would open, and the whole system would collapse again. In 1958, they tried synchronizing lights along major avenues. The idea: if you timed them right, a car traveling at 35 miles per hour would hit nothing but green lights. Wave after wave of green. It failed spectacularly because they synchronized for 35 miles per hour, but half the cars traveled at 40 miles per hour and half at 28 miles per hour. The fast cars caught up to red lights. The slow cars fell behind. Within 20 minutes, traffic was worse than before. This is the problem intelligent traffic systems were created to solve. But how do you coordinate 330,000 lights across thousands of miles of road, adapting to traffic that changes every single minute? Modern traffic control doesn't improvise. It follows 3 fundamental rules. The system always prioritizes the direction with more detected vehicles. If 12 cars are waiting north-south and 3 cars are waiting east-west, north-south gets the green light. Sound obvious. But here's the twist. It's not about the cars waiting now. It's about the cars that will arrive in the next 90 seconds. The system predicts. It looks at traffic density a quarter mile back. If 40 cars are approaching from the north and only 8 from the east, it gives the north extra green time before those cars even reach the intersection. Exception: emergency vehicles override everything. An ambulance approaching triggers an immediate red in all directions except the ambulance's path. Average override time: 4.2 seconds from detection to full red. But here's where it gets strange. Every direction must get at least 7 to 12 seconds of green light. By law, even if 0 cars are waiting. Why? Safety. Drivers expect consistency. A light that stays red for 3 minutes and then flips to green for 4 seconds causes accidents. People accelerate expecting time to cross. They don't have it. In 1973, Los Angeles tested 5-second minimums. Accidents increased 34% in 3 months. They switch back. But here's the catch. That minimum applies even at 2 a.m. when you're alone. The system detected you. It knows you're the only car, but it's legally required to give the cross-traffic direction its minimum time, even if that direction is empty. That's why you waited 47 seconds. Not because the system is stupid, because the law requires it to wait. And traffic lights don't operate independently. They operate in cascades. If you're traveling at the target speed, usually 35 to 45 miles per hour, you should theoretically hit green lights all the way down a major road. The system calculates the distance between intersections, divides by target speed, and offsets each light's timing by exactly that amount. Light 1 turns green. 18 seconds later, light 2 turns green. 22 seconds later, light 3 turns green. If you're going 40 miles per hour, you hit all 3 without stopping. But here's what most people don't realize. It only works in one direction. If the system creates a northbound green wave, southbound traffic gets the opposite, a red wave. Every light hits red. It's not broken. It's optimized for the direction with heavier flow. During rush hour, the system flips the wave direction based on time of day. Morning, green wave toward downtown. Evening, green wave away from downtown. You're stuck in the red wave, going the wrong direction. These 3 rules create order out of chaos. But rules are just logic. To enforce them across 330,000 intersections, the system needs infrastructure. To enforce these rules in real time, traffic control needs 3 critical components. Under the asphalt, buried 2 inches deep, there are wire loops. Rectangular, about 6 feet by 6 feet. When a car drives over them, the metal in the car disrupts the electromagnetic field generated by the loop. That disruption is detected as a voltage change. The sensor doesn't just detect presence. It detects weight, length, and speed. A motorcycle triggers a smaller voltage change than an 18-wheeler. A car moving 40 miles per hour crosses the loop faster than a car moving 15 miles per hour. The system uses this data to distinguish between a single car and 5 cars stopped in sequence. There are approximately 2.1 million inductive loops installed across U.S. roads. Each one sends data every 0.1 seconds. That's 21 million data points per second, just from loops. But loops aren't the only sensors. Cameras mounted on traffic light poles process video at 30 frames per second. They're not recording. They're counting. Computer vision algorithms detect vehicles, classify them, car, truck, motorcycle, bus, track their movement, and predict their trajectory. A camera can monitor up to 8 lanes simultaneously. It detects vehicles up to 300 feet away, long before they reach the intersection. This gives the system time to adjust. If 20 cars are approaching and the light is currently red, the system extends the red for the cross traffic and prepares to give the heavy flow an extended green. In a mid-sized city with 4,000 traffic lights, there are approximately 6,400 cameras, each processing 30 frames per second. That's 192,000 frames per second citywide. Each frame analyzed for vehicle count, position, and speed. All of this data, loops, cameras, timing patterns, flows into a central system. In a city of 500,000 people, that system processes approximately 840,000 data points per hour. It's comparing current traffic against historical patterns. Tuesday at 8:47 a.m. usually has 340 cars on Main Street. Today there are 890. Why? The system checks: construction reported, accident detected, event scheduled. If it finds a cause, it adapts. It lengthens green times on alternate routes. It shortens them on the congested route to prevent more cars from entering. It cascades these changes across 40 intersections within 6 minutes. You experience this as lucky timing. You hit green lights all the way through downtown. Not luck. The system routed you. All of this happens without you seeing any of it. No signs, no alerts. Just lights changing color at intervals that feel random but are calculated to the second. But infrastructure isn't perfect. Sensors fail, cameras go dark, and when that happens, the system has backups. Traffic control systems aren't perfect. Loops break, cameras fail. It happens. When it does, 3 levels of backup activate. If sensors fail, the system reverts to pre-programmed, fixed timing. This is the old method from the 1970s. Every light gets a set duration based on historical averages. No adaptation, no intelligence, just a repeating loop. Capacity drops by about 30%. What used to take 8 minutes now takes 11 minutes. But the system remains safe. Lights still change. Traffic still moves, just slower. In 2019, a fiber optic cable was cut in downtown Los Angeles, disconnecting 214 traffic lights from the central system. They immediately switched to fixed time mode. Average commute time increased 18 minutes, but there were 0 collisions caused by malfunctioning lights. If both sensors and central connection fail, each intersection operates independently using its own local controller. It can't coordinate with other lights. It can't create green waves, but it can detect cars using its local loop sensors and adjust timing based on immediate demand. This is what happens during internet outages or power grid failures. Each light becomes an island, making decisions based only on what it can see at its own intersection. And if power fails completely and backup batteries die, traffic lights default to flashing red in all directions. Every intersection becomes a 4-way stop. Legal requirement. Every driver must come to a complete stop and yield right of way. Capacity drops to about 15% of normal. What used to take 10 minutes now takes 67 minutes. But it's safe, predictable, and it prevents total chaos. On August 14th, 2003, a massive blackout hit the northeastern United States. In New York City, 11,600 traffic lights went dark simultaneously. Backup power activated at major intersections within 90 seconds. But 4,200 intersections had no backup. They went to flashing red. For 47 minutes, until generators could be deployed, a quarter of the city operated on 4-way stops. Estimated cost: $1.2 billion in accidents, delays, and emergency response. But the backup protocol worked. No major pileups, no catastrophic failures. The system degraded gracefully. What changed after? New York installed backup power at 1,800 additional intersections. Cost: $340 million. They haven't had a similar failure since. But even with 3 layers of protection, the system isn't flawless. And that affects you directly every single time you drive. Now you know how traffic control works. Here's how it affects you. When you hit 5 red lights in a row, it's not bad luck. The system detected congestion ahead. If it let you through, you join a backup that extends 3 intersections deep. So it holds you. Those 5 reds prevent you from sitting in a 9-minute standstill 2 blocks ahead. You feel delayed. Actually, you just save time. That light that takes forever to change when you're alone at 2 a.m., it already changed as fast as legally allowed. The cross traffic got its minimum 7 seconds. Then you got green. Total wait, 43 seconds. Feels like an eternity when you're alone. But the system can't override safety laws just because roads are empty. And here's the one that surprises people. When you're driving 42 miles per hour and hitting every single green light, you're not lucky. You're in a green wave. The system calculated that 42 miles per hour is the optimal speed for that corridor at that time. Every light is timed for exactly that speed. Speed up to 50 miles per hour, you'll catch the tail end of reds. Slow down to 35 miles per hour, you'll arrive too late and wait. The system isn't punishing you for going the wrong speed. It's optimized for the speed that moves the most cars the fastest, and you happen to match it. Next time you're stopped at a light with no cars around, you'll know. The system saw you 0.3 seconds after you arrived. It's already calculating. And those 40 seconds you're waiting aren't wasted. They're preventing the next 3 lights from turning red on you. But here's what most people get wrong about traffic lights. They think the goal is to minimize your individual wait time. It's not. The system optimizes for total throughput. Maximum cars through maximum intersections in minimum time. Sometimes it means making you wait longer so 47 other people wait less. In 2017, Pittsburgh tested a new algorithm that reduced individual wait times by 12%. Sound great, but total throughput dropped 8%. More cars got through intersections faster, but fewer cars got through overall. The system created gaps, wasted green time. After 6 months, they switched back. The math favors the many, not the one. Your 90-second wait might save 18 people 20 seconds each. That's 360 seconds saved total. The system sacrifices your time to save collective time. It seems unfair, but it's mathematically optimal, and that's exactly how it's designed to work. So, to recap, traffic control keeps 330,000 lights synchronized using 3 rules: maximum flow, minimum guaranteed time, and green wave synchronization. It's powered by 2.1 million inductive loops, detecting vehicles every 0.1 seconds, 6,400 cameras processing 30 frames per second, and central systems analyzing 840,000 data points per hour. But here's what you probably didn't realize. Traffic lights don't just talk to each other. They connect to emergency dispatch systems. When an ambulance leaves the hospital, the system gets notified. It pre-calculates a route and starts adjusting lights 90 seconds before the ambulance arrives. By the time the ambulance reaches the first intersection, its path is already clear. And those systems connect to GPS networks, which connect to navigation apps, which reroute you around congestion that the traffic system is creating intentionally to balance load across the entire city. It's systems coordinating with systems all the way down. Right now, as you watch this, 330,000 traffic lights are making decisions. 2.1 million sensors are detecting vehicles. 840,000 data points are being processed every hour. And 47,000 timing adjustments are happening across the country every single minute. This invisible algorithm is preventing an estimated 3.2 million hours of delays per day while you sit at a red light, annoyed, completely unaware that you just got optimized. Next time you're stopped at a light and it feels too long, you'll see it differently. Not a broken timer, not bad luck. The system calculating, predicting, balancing your time against the time of everyone else on the road. This is traffic control, the system you never see, but that decides when you stop and when you go every single time you drive.